Hello everybody. I am just about to wrap up a project and I just wanted to show you guys how I did it and what it's looking like in the end here. So basically I'm making a greenery wreath with these large leaves. I want to say it's like magnolia leaves maybe. These are faux leaves. I've wanted a wreath like this for a long time now, but every time I look at them, they're a little high in price. So I wanted to make my own. So this holiday season, they had these little greenery picks, I guess you call them, at Target. And after Christmas, they went on clearance. So at 90% off, these were 50 cents a piece. So I bought about 10 of them. I wasn't sure how many I was going to need for this project. I think what it looks like is I'm ending up with 8 on my wreath form here. And then my wreath form itself is just one of these wire ones from the dollar store. And I spray painted it gold. I just buy a bunch of these and I kind of spray paint them all gold to give it a little more interesting base. And so I've already gone through and assembled most of the wreath here. I'm just on the last piece right now and I wanted to show you guys how I did that. So here's the back of it. And you'll see I have a lot of ends of wire sticking out here that I'm going to go back and tuck in after I've gotten everything exactly where I want it. So what I do is I take one of these and I just sort of start to curve it since my wreath is curved. Just curve the pick a little bit and you'll have to rearrange the leaves on it and get them exactly how you like them. And you can do that once it's on the form to kind of fluff everything up. So I've got it a little bit curved and now I'm gonna just cut it right about here with my wire cutters. And it's a little tough because you have a few layers of wire and plastic here. So it's a little tough to cut through. But then I have about this much left that I can use to wire to my base. And I'm using this type of wire. This is a vintage floral wire that I have. I really like this because it is a coated wire. This is like a fabric coating that is on here. So the reason this is good is because I'm tying it to my metal form here, and I'm not going to have any metal on metal. So it's going to have less problems with rusting. It's also a lot easier to work with. It's easier on your hands. I can actually tie this in a knot instead of just wrapping it around itself because it's got that nice fabric coating. So I've just been cutting myself some little pieces about this long here. And now I'm going to take a look at my wreath. It's a little trickier because this is the last one, so I have to put it over the previous one and underneath the first one. But it'll make a little bit more sense when I look at the back of it. So you can see I've been attaching them all to this, basically the same spot here. So I'm just going to go underneath the stem from behind there. I'm going to take both ends of my wire and I'm just going to make a little knot and pull that tight. And then leave those ends there for a minute. And then I'm going to go to this end here. Go underneath that. And like I said, this one's a little tricky because we're getting right at the end here where everything has to overlap now. So I'm just going to go on either side of the top of that branch, behind, underneath the branch and the form, and make a little knot. Just pull that as tight as I can. And now I will have to go back in and weave all of these wire ends together and make sure that everything is tightened on there. But you can see right now, nothing's really coming off when I shake it. So it's pretty solid on there. When I flip it over, of course I do see the ends of the wires, but those will go away. and I'm just going to have to go through and fluff this all up. You probably will see as I'm moving this around some glitter on here. These did not originally come with glitter on them, but as is with all items at the end of like the holiday clearance at Target, if it didn't have glitter on it to begin with, it ends up with glitter on it later. But I've just been using a little microfiber cloth and brushing off that glitter as I go. I'll probably have to do that a few more times as it starts to shake free, but overall, it's not too bad. And like I said, I'm going to go through and kind of fluff it up to cover up any of these areas where you see the base underneath it. And I do have 2 extra picks, so I could go through and take off the individual leaves and stick those in where they're needed. And if you wanted to go like a little bit further with this, you could get flowers or different kind of greenery and work those in. But for me, I just wanted a plain greenery wreath that could be for kind of any time of year. You could probably even tuck things into this without permanently attaching them if you wanted to and change those out seasonally. I bet you could even tuck holiday cards in here if you really wanted to, and do kind of a card wreath. That would be cute. But overall, this was about $6 now, I want to say, with the finished thing. So that's pretty good. I mean, a lot of these wreaths that I've been seeing at the very least were $30, which isn't too bad, but you know, compared to $6, I'd rather go for the $6 one. Plus, I made it myself, which is pretty cool. The last thing that I'm going to need to do is figure out what looks like the best top part of my wreath, and then attach a little ribbon or something to my base here so that I can hang it. But that is really it. It's not that hard. If you've never tried doing anything with faux greenery or floral stuff yourself, maybe now you'll want to try something. Really inexpensive if you watch for sales, and really cool finished product. I'll have to take a picture of this once it's on my front door, but I'm looking forward to seeing it. All right, thanks for joining me today, and I hope this was inspiring to you.